All right. Good evening. How's everybody doing? So we're on GME meltdown. GME meltdown. Fundamentals. No, who cares about fundamentals? If you guys aren't buying everything from bed and baby, you need to start. Sign up for the rewards program. We need to support our company. I banned my wife from Amazon. She now buys everything from baby for our 6-month old. You guys need to tell the wives and girlfriends to do this. 13,500 at 1250. Wow. Let's see. 13.5 at 1250 on BBBY. Oh, 467. Damn. Boy. Oh, all right. Um, by the way, new computer, hopefully better quality. I mean, I can already tell everything's much better. So hopefully that holds. And I guess to test that, let's check out a video. Oh yeah, we got to look at this one. So let's see. Try to push it a little bit here and see what happens. All right. Just checking stuff here. Good. All right. Good. So far, so good. No sound, no sound, no sound on that. Okay, I can fix that. That I can fix.
We're going to go over AMC once again. So you can see the title of the video, Catapult. I'm going to be going over something we've talked about before. This is basically a major level of resistance that we've been paying attention to, the macro level of resistance that we have crossed on this chart here. Ever since the June run-up, we've been following this trend line here very careful, and you can see that we're bouncing off of that trend line and not crossing below it, which is very important for a macro trend reversal that we're looking at here. And the reference that I took here was, well, obviously prior to the run, we had the same exact setup here on a micro level. So we still had the resistance cross here right around that end of April going into May. Okay, as you can see here, we bounced a couple of times on the very micro scale. Remember, when we're reaching for higher prices, you're always going to get, okay, a bigger pattern.
That's what the pros use.
So larger in price, in height, then also larger in time. Okay, so that's exactly what we are experiencing right now. As you can see, it's a catapult, it's a slingshot to the upside. It's a very parabolic move up, and that is exactly what we're hoping for here, right? So with this setup here, and the update that we have is a bars pattern from the second test of resistance here, which in this line here would be around the March 2021, and then right here that would be right back here.
One by one. Fractals, aka Manny's demand.
Different. Okay, and that is just because this cycle right here is actually an inverse version, okay, of,
oh my gosh, an inverse version.
This entire arc pattern here. And you can see it's extended, it's bigger. Okay, but you can see that the way it's displayed, and again, institutions will use fractals and patterns to distribute with volume. So you have a certain, you have a cap in how much volume you can use to really come up with these setups here. You have, remember, a time frame, and you have a time window where you can build these patterns, these blocks of patterns using volume, and really just create your own algorithm using that, and follow that algorithm until it gives up and it starts tracking something else. And right here we have just that right before we cross down. Right here, breaking down on the pennant was that break here in the cycle for this price.
Why don't they ever?
You have to think about it this way.
Talk about
hedging for a certain position here. You're hedging for the $40 strikes
keeps going down?
that they opened up way back here in
I don't
January
know.
until they opened up to 145s back here. Well, up to that moment, they were clearly hedging
Yeah,
for those as they brought the price down very quickly.
clearly
Okay.
hedging for those.
And just traded it sideways. Now, this isn't the
Hmm.
scale chart, so this is going to show a different level, but the AMC plus Ape is going to show you that this level here, the average level that they were hedging for was 40 before they shorted it even more back down here to where we are now.
God.
So this fractal that I'm going to be pulling up here, it's right here. And with these videos, guys, that I keep posting about, all these different scenarios that we have for AMC, it's good to look at it from every perspective possible. We
Oh,
know that
really?
coming up here
Oh, really?
to this range, we were following what is this catapult setup here. It would
Catapult.
be right around that
Dude,
April time here, and
come
it's taken
on.
forever, really, because this right here, this fractal
Hi, Antoinette.
back here took about a week, and right here
No
came
piano
from
today?
August 1st all the way back down, and you're right at that point here where things are starting to curl back up. Now the question here is going to be, how fast is this going to move up? Is it going to be a quick move up, or is it going to be a slower
Model
move up?
3 dude.
And this is why I have two scenarios out there. It's like
You
right
see the
now we're paying
message from
attention to
Manuel?
Ape, right? Ape is a very important part of this whole piece here. Is that, well, ever since that Ape launch, we have had a bit of a separation here on how the cycle functions. And as things play out, we're finding more and more information about them on an individual level, right? AMC individually, and then Ape individually as well. So coming up to this week, which is very important, we're going to see that. We're going to see just what we're expecting here, right? There's a potential
Okay.
move up. We know that this also lines up with
Okay,
the
it's
cycle.
always a move up. We got to move up. Always a move up. I want to see this. I
Expecting
love when
here,
they
so pretty
copy paste
nice
this
push
shit
up.
like this.
And whether Ape, decides to actually blast off and cross levels of resistance, we're going to see that displayed on AMC plus Ape's chart. It's still going to show upside. But again, why it's a very important.
They all stole that from me, by the way. None of these clowns knew you could add tickers together. Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. Never saw anybody do it. Okay. Well, just waiting until 6 here, until the future's open. Yeah, fuck that. Market breakout, the other perspective. I didn't watch the original perspective. Um, Also, I'm kind of curious what the sentiment is going to be tomorrow or tonight, but I don't know. Just look for stock market and see what happens here. But S&P, this is stock market manipulation 101. Okay, it's sad because he's not bad usually. Maybe it's not bad. I mean, maybe it's not a bad one. Market is ready to melt up 10%. This will be the most hated stock market rally ever. Fed is getting ready to absolutely hammer the stock market from StockMo. Get ready now to make some cash. Probably by buying these penny stocks. Um, Funny that Ron Walker in this video is saying Michael Burry's crash will be postponed. Sorry, it has been canceled, Mike. And then, yeah, but yesterday or 14 hours ago, he said the Dow theory crash pattern is set up again. So which one is it? Jeremy LaFufu, the stock market rally is just getting started, baby. My boy Donnie's going nuts with theories. Yeah. I saw he did a video from looked like the restaurant this morning or something, or church or something. He was talking real quiet in the beginning, like he was not trying to draw attention to himself, which Why wouldn't he want to? Yeah, this one right here. So I like this too. AMC revenue up 344%, yet stock down 85%. Only criminal activity explains this. Imagine having such a simplistic understanding of this shit. Like seriously. Okay, sure, maybe AMC's revenue is up that much. Um, what's their profit margin? What is their profit margin? What's the price to earnings ratio? Oh, oh, not even going to put you guys through that, but I will put you through this though. Um, so I mentioned it earlier, but I did get a new computer. Things are running better. It's nice to have a modern machine for once. Um, and we went with an AMD machine this time. It's been a long time since I've had an AMD machine. Of course, now we seem to be running into some slowness. That's the internet, though, not the PC. So we are running an AMD system for the first time in probably 25 years or so, um, with an NVIDIA graphics card. Go figure. So um,
This is not
digging that.
financial advice. It's not legal advice from the table.
Listen to that.
Educational purpose only. Everything I say is my opinion.
He doesn't want people to hear
And
that.
financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. That being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, the YouTube algorithm, so you get videos I put them out. See, I'm analyzing that data.
What the
Listen,
fuck? Listen.
this is why I know AMC is gonna MOASS.
I don't want anybody to hear it, so I'm going to keep quiet about it.
And the shills are gonna hate this. And here it is. First of all, they have doubled and tripled down the money that they are paying to put out the FUD articles. The FUD articles are.
So he knows how much people are paying to put out FUD articles. Like, do you have a friend that works at the Motley Fool or Benzinga? How do you know this? How do you know
At
this?
another level right now. Okay? Every day, new FUD article.
I mean that's nonsense because you can go to a website like FinViz, which is going to show you all the news articles about some stock, and you know it's there have been multiple articles recently talking about why you should buy AMC, why you should buy it.
Which to me shows their desperation. Also,
That's being
the
nice.
amount of shows that they have
I
in the rooms right now is unprecedented.
well,
Every room
anyway,
you go in, shows. To me, that shows their desperation.
mm.
The other reason that I know that AMC is good at MOASS is that their liquidity is drying up.
Does he
Okay?
even know what that
If you
means?
look, they were using Chinese bonds as collateral. Chinese real
Uh,
estate bonds.
citation needed, other than Boss Blunt saying it. Citation is definitely needed. Bubble was smart and had a business plan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Um, I mean, can I still call you? I was still going to call you Manny because I guess I get to call you one by one. Um, this is absolutely true. Some of them do. Some of them definitely do. Um, sounds like he has a mouthful of shit.
Those are done.
Yeah.
Those are done. They have no value. So that collateral they were using is drying up. They were using Russian bonds. We know what's going on with them. Those have.
I mean, but just going to ignore the fact that the stock is down, keeps going down. I mean, okay, went up a little bit. That's what they do. They go up and down. But I mean, both equities are under $10 still total.
No value. Those are drying up. They were using UK bonds as collateral. Those
Really?
bonds are
How do you
done.
know that?
They have
How
no
does he know this shit? How does he know this?
value. those are drying up. So they've lost major collateral over the past 12 months.
Well, it's too bad that they haven't made any money on the stock going down over the last 12 months, is it?
Of course,
Isn't
they
it,
lost
Don?
all this collateral.
Jesus.
The next thing is for them is margin calls. Margin calls, and then after margin calls,
Margin calls. Yep.
liquidations.
Forced
Forced
liquidations.
liquidation. The other thing that tells me that that AMC is going to MOASS soon.
Hey,
The FTDs
the
out
FTDs.
of control, and it's millions of FTDs every day, and everybody sees it. The DTC sees it, the SEC sees it, FINRA sees it, CFTC.
Well, it's a good thing it's not illegal or anything like that. It's a good thing it's a part of the market. But they're stealing our buying pressure.
Sees it, so they know what's going to happen, but they sit on the
What's going to
sidelines
happen?
and allow the crimes to continue.
It's not a crime.
As far as I'm concerned, and it's just my opinion, these government agencies are co-conspirators with these hedges and these bad actors to rob retail investors.
I mean, you can't say that you're being robbed when you willingly bought something. Like you knew what it was when you were buying it. They told you that there was a risk and all that kind of stuff. You saw what was happening with it, and you know the rules of the game. So stealing, Mm, robbing,
Can nobody convince me of anything different? They are the co-conspirators with these bad
he's
actors
saying
to
does
rob
make no sense.
retail investors. And here's the other thing. At this time,
I mean, you don't have to buy the same fucking stocks that you've lost a shitload of money on, though. Like he's conflating the whole market with these fucking shit meme stocks. That's untrue. There are you can make money on all kinds of other shit. So you can't say retail when you mean meme stock gamblers. Like that is not. It's just not. Not. It's just not.
with the market red, and as far as I'm concerned, the market hasn't reached its bottom yet. The only thing propping up
It's probably the
the
only true
market right
thing
now, as
thing I
far as
agree
I'm
with that you
concerned, this
said.
is just my opinion, is the plunge protection team. They're trying to
Nope.
hold the market in place.
And as quickly as that happened, I mean, he says something retarded again.
Until the midterm elections. So once the midterm elections is over, no matter who wins or lose, they're not going to be able to put that money to prop up the market anymore. So I believe, and this is just my opinion, I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell. Don't make any financial decision based on anything I'm saying right now. But after the midterm election, the market is going to drop even further. Okay, the market's
That
going
may
to
be
drop
true. I
even
mean, it
further. They
might
already
do that
dropped now
tomorrow. Who knows?
until the elections. And you know that once their long positions lose value,
They already have. The market's already down 20%. So you have to go down another 20%.
calls
Okay,
are coming and the forced liquidations are coming, and then they will be forced to cover their shorts. And
forced to
another
cover their
thing,
shorts.
and some of the
Damn, they'll have to
guys
take
might
profits.
not like
Fuck
this.
me.
I believe that Ape is gonna squeeze before AMC.
What a dumb fucking thing to say. Okay, we're gonna go over to futures now. So this is a new machine, so I had to reconfigure or reinstall or install Thinkorswim. So we're looking at the NASDAQ futures here. So I'll go across and then down. NASDAQ futures, crude oil, the VIX futures, S&P 500, natural gas, 10-year treasury notes, the Dow, mini Dow futures, uh, gasoline futures. I'm not sure when this market opens, so we might not see anything on it. And the dollar index. And oh wow, okay. So this is this is the notes, not the yield. Just to be clear on that, it's not the 10-year yield; it's the 10-year note. So now seeing things, okay, seeing the market open higher if it continues or rallies, I would be even more interested in a possible dump tomorrow. Um, Seeing it dump or gap down at the futures opening could, um, I mean, obviously anything can happen, but um, yeah. All right. So if he thinks the market has not been, I gotta put the chat on this one. And let's see here. There we go. There we go. If he thinks, if he thinks, and he's, I don't know how anybody could make an argument that he's thinking. If he thinks the market has not hit a bottom, then he thinks companies with better fundamentals than AMC are still overvalued, but is complaining that AMC is going down. And that's actually a really good point. Right. So, um, but he thinks that the market going down and that affects their long positions, um, and will force them to cover their shorts, which doesn't. I mean, the market down 20%. It's like they don't think that they're making money anywhere. I don't know. Let's see. What gets me is that all these grifters act as if they are the only one with the answers to all the questions. I mean, really, who's listening to guys like this? Your self-esteem must be pretty low. Yeah, amen. I don't know. I don't know who or why. Um, Other than that, yeah. Just people who need extreme hopium. Um, so let's see. How, oh, say the NASDAQ opened, or is now currently at least, just over 1% higher. S&P is coming up on 1% higher, 88 basis points. The Dow is about 2/3 of a percent higher. Crude oil is about 1/5 of a percent higher. Natural gas, 4/5 of a percent higher. Gasoline, and I'm gonna widen this out here. Gasoline down 0.5%. VIX down 2.5, or I'm sorry, down 2% to under 30. The 10-year Treasury note is up about 0.2%, and the dollar is hitting new lows here, recent lows of 111.60. So we'll see, right? Um, I don't really see any argument for this being anything other than a bear market rally, another dead cat bounce. Um, there's, I- you know, uh, you have, well, anyway, we'll get more into that, but as we go on here, but um, yeah, I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch, though. If you're bearish, this could be a good sign higher on futures open, um, potentially. Could also not be a good thing. We'll see. All right. Going back over here. So I just want to ask it. Does it sound all right? Levels okay? No doubling or anything like that. I think Manuel's drunk or something. So I'm not sure if he hasn't said anything. We'll take what he says with a grain of salt. But I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Um, but so far everything feels better, much better. All right.
And I'm going to tell you why. Even though they have the dog pools, and they can do their criminal activity in the dog pools, and
Oh,
everybody sees it right in front of us. I mean, the first day there was 43 million failed delivers, but they don't have the derivatives.
but how does that have anything to do with the dark pools? That was like 2 fucking months ago. 43 million failed to delivers on Ape. Like, what is that? How is that relevant? He's literally just regurgitating shit and stringing it together in new combinations, none of which makes sense.
In Ape, they don't have the puts, they don't have the calls that they can use to manipulate Ape the way they do with AMC, GME, and all the other mem stocks. And because they don't have that, they can't really control Ape the way they control AMC and GME. And that's one of the reasons why I believe Ape is going to MOASS before AMC.
Yikes.
And the other
Okay.
thing that tells me that AMC is going to MOASS is this. Do you see any FUD articles about GME? Do you see any FUD articles about
Sure.
BlackBerry? Do you see any FUD
Well,
articles about cars? Do you see any FUD articles about Nokia? No. The only FUD articles that
really,
is killing the
the only
market right
ones.
now, that's all over the internet, that's all over mass media, is AMC. Because AMC is a stock that's going to bring them down. They double down, they triple down, they made billions and billions and billions of counterfeit AMC shares, what they like to call synthetic. But as far as I'm concerned, they are counterfeit shares.
Yeah, okay, right.
They are not concerned about the other mem stocks. They can live with the other mem stocks making a move, but they can't live with AMC making a move. Because when AMC makes a move, a majority of these bad actors, a majority of these players and these banks are done. It's over for them. Anyway, hit the like button, subscribe button, and if you think I missed something, please leave it in the comments. And you shills, do what you do. Shill it up. Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.
We will. We will definitely shill it up. So, okay. We're looking at 4 hours. Okay. So we're talking possibly a double top there. What is this that's on? That is VWAP. Okay. Oh, yeah. Um, let's see, who was it? It was this guy, Froggy Stonks. It was this guy that said computer shares are instant FUD busted, right? Remember? I think we looked at this one the other day or whatever. So I just want to point out that he doesn't seem to be wrong about this, okay? But the thing is, he sold on the 20th of October. Oh yeah, we did. We did because he needed he needed a 3 grand. So um and I think I forget what the commission was, like 7% or something, 4%. Anyway, 635 was the price. So I was looking at this on the chart, and there's this day here, the 630 um uh October 20th, right? October 20th, 635 was the price. So that's why I had VWAP on, because I thought, okay, that sounds like it's probably the VWAP price. And lo and behold, we need to be able to see it, but right here, this line, 635, 635. Okay, so they so they it looks like they'll sell you out at the VWAP price, which is the average price for the day. Okay, so what would that mean on a day like this? On a day like June 2nd? So the VWAP on June 2nd was 34.97. 34.97. Now, I can't say for sure that if nobody was in computer share then. It's a thing that didn't really come about until later. But you know, if somebody did have a position at $20 or something like that, and they were in computer share, and they issued a sell order on uh, June 2nd of 2021, um, I would contend that you would have gotten sold out at 34.97, and they do that to avoid any problems or um, you know, you can't sell immediately. So he says that what does he say? He says something. Load. Computer shares are instant. Computer share sales are instant. But he's showing something that indicates that he was sold at the VWAP price, and there's no timestamp on it either. There's no timestamp here. It's just a date. So that's the VWAP price. I'm saying if someone had sold on June 2nd, 2021, uh, filled at the VWAP price, that would have been 34.97 on here. Now, this is also the adjusted fucking chart. So, you know, grain of salt, I guess. But the high was 44.61 on that chart. The high was 44.61. So I'm just saying it's not instant. It's not instant if they're selling you at the VWAP. I don't believe he addresses that. So anyway, but just, you know, FYI. Is a chat working? I guess. Okay. Yeah, mostly everything's set up here, but not everything. So, all right. Okay, well, we might as well go back over, see how much money I'm losing now. So, okay. So we're starting to see the dollar come back up. We're not seeing equities make the commensurate move, which that was the fucking theme of Friday. Oh yeah, when the dollar goes down, oh, they fucking shot up equities. Dollar went up at all? Equities will go up too. I don't know who runs those algos, but they're fucking scammers. Anyway, just just more than a little salty right now. But so we also see the 10-year note starting to pull back in as well, and gasoline to make a uh, beginnings of well, we'll see. But anyway, these are all such small moves, but because we're zoomed in so far. But anyway, and we're also starting to see the VIX pull back in too. So we're not counting any chickens yet. Silly chickens. Okay. Back over here. Now, I want to look at this one right here. I've been seeing a lot of talk about this again. Payment for order flow ban, dark pool ban. All right. I don't think it's credible at all. As I as I see this person and this screenshot.
And I say it's financial advice, entertainment purposes only, not a financial advisor. Lots of news this past week, and I've noticed lately a lot of bots on Twitter. Accounts that I've never seen before coming in and basically talking.
Accounts that you've never seen before. So they must be bots. They must be bots. I mean, is it possible for these people to make an actual argument at all? Ever? Ever? Like everything is a fallacy. Everything is cognitive dissonance using cognitive biases. I mean, seriously, I've been seeing a lot of new accounts that I've never seen before. Obviously, they're bots. The fuck?
Talking crap on AMC holder comments, and you go to their profile and they have no
Sounds like it sounds like you know, an emotional response.
on AMC holder comments, and you go to their profile and they have no AMC posts whatsoever. But if you notice, they all follow the top influencers for AMC on Twitter.
So
Look
what?
for those accounts, people who never post about AMC, Yet they follow every top influencer like Terrible. They follow like Adam Aaron. They follow Lauer. They follow Trey. They follow, you know what I'm talking. They follow Cat Striker. You'll see them talk crap, stir shit up in the community, and all they do is follow the top influencers, but they have no AMC posts. So watch out for that. But I've noticed
Watch out for it. Watch out for it. They might say something that's true.
Mood, even though we went 30% back up on Ape after everybody bought the dip, AMC retook some ground, and we're looking pretty bullish. Black Adam just brought in the biggest haul for The Rock's career as a leading man ever, with over $60 million opening weekend. Probably getting closer to $100 million.
That's
after
great for
yesterday.
AMC.
Still have today. But the biggest news is, and why I
gotta hear that again. That's fucking hilarious.
See them talk crap posts, so watch out for that. But I've noticed a shift in the mood, even though we went 30% back up on Ape after everybody bought the dip. AMC retook some ground, and we're looking pretty bullish. Black Adam just brought in the biggest haul for The Rock's career as a leading man ever, with over $60 million opening weekend. Probably getting $100 million.
60 million. Wow. Wow. The biggest haul, and I love the way he framed that too. The biggest haul in Dwayne's career. I'm not even going to touch that.
Million after yesterday, still have today. But the biggest news is, and why I think we're all being suppressed. I don't see
good
people
point,
up
actually.
in arms
One by one,
cheering on and supporting this action. Is Gary Gensler getting ready to come out and go against PFOF and dark pool abuse from retail trade orders? This is what we've been fighting for the whole time. So why does it seem like everybody's in a bad mood? Why is everybody silent? It's because we're all being suppressed. My YouTube have been horribly suppressed.
Oh, right.
Nobody's getting alerts. It's absolutely ridiculous. When we got news this big, and I want to play this specifically because it's Clayman and Gasparino, who always said everything we talk about is a conspiracy theory, but yet here they all are now talking about PFOF and dark pool abuse. If we were, if we had conspiracy theories, then why this? Why now? And what's even funnier is after Al from Boston did this, the interview with the CEO from Virtue, that guy like lost his cool midstream. The Virtue Doug Sifu did, and was like ranting and raving about how nothing we're saying is right. FTDs, freaking options chain price fixing, payment for order flow front running, holding freaking orders in the dark pool, retail orders in the dark pool. It's all real. Nothing we said was a conspiracy theory.
Bullshit. I mean, does this guy actually believe this? Can't tell. I can't tell. Or is he a grifter? I mean, obviously he's a grifter. Is he negligent or is he a fraud? I can't tell. Can't tell.
And now, how does Gasparino get on here and start talking about it when he said we were stupid apes and it's a conspiracy theory for 2 years? So I'll just play this for you guys, and then we'll go back and talk.
Gary Gensler may be planning a major shakeup to market structure in the coming weeks that could cause pain to major market makers like Citadel and Virtue Financial. Charlie.
Chairman, he got, I just appointed him chairman.
Okay. Well, it said both commissioner and chairman.
Whatever.
Which is it?
It's chairman, it's chairman, it's chairman, it's chairman. Did I screw up my tweet? Did I say call him a commissioner? My tweet? No. In any event, this moved the stock of Virtue today, and the reason is pretty simple. Gensler is promising a plan to restructure the securities markets, probably the biggest change in the securities markets market structure in 2 decades, since rule NMS, I think it was called, under Bill Donaldson.
So this is here. This has already been talked about. This is nothing new. They came out with this a couple months ago. I mean, this actually did come out Thursday, I guess, but according to that date. But anyway, this has to do with market orders. So Gary Gensler is expected to release his new market structure proposal in November. The biggest change in markets in decades. The plan is designed to route all retail orders to an auction that could be done by NYC or NASDAQ exchange. The plan will be phased in tranches. Gensler told market players who spoke to Fox Business. Gensler believes that market makers are Virtu, Citadel are too opaque, handling orders from Robinhood app, etc. He's warned auctions could backfire since market makers take all trades and often eat losses. So, but this is for retail. This is for retail market orders. Market orders. I mean, it doesn't say that specifically in here. We could go look for the data about it. I guess I will, because I don't want it to be a trust me, bro, type of deal.
NMS, I think it was called, under
Hi, Peter.
Bill Donaldson. Now I'm dating myself, but that's from a long time ago, where it basically allowed for many different exchanges to occur off the non-lit exchanges known as dark pools.
Yeah, I don't think he ranted and raved either.
That was a good thing to have competition among different
Yeah,
exchanges.
this guy is dangerous.
For consumers, and some measures it really did.
ETII is a new grift.
Gensler is going
fucking OTC. Yeah.
He wants all retail trades, at least this is what the proposal is as of now, and who knows how it might change. It's very controversial.
Sure.
All retail trades to go through some sort of a lit market, meaning the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ.
Another misrepresentation.
Alternative trading venue run by someone else.
CME or something like that?
Something that's lit. Now, I don't know all the details because it's not out there yet. No one's seen the proposal. He's just talking with market players, so that's who I'm getting with the people he's having direct conversations with. And his rationale is that he believes the current market structure system, again, the old way that was created by Bill Donaldson back in the day, where there's dark pools where market makers like Citadel and Virtu will match order flow, get paid by discount brokers like Robinhood to do payment for order flow. Like they pay Robinhood a fee to match those orders. He thinks that's too opaque. Okay, and he thinks there's maybe funny business done there. So that's what we're doing, right? That's what we're hearing is coming, possibly as early as November. We should point out that the word is this is going to be some sort of a soft rollout. If this does happen, it's going to be done in tranches, so it's won't happen overnight. At least that's according to the plan. We haven't seen the plan. I'm just talking with people who spoke with Gensler, and it's going to be pretty controversial. I will say this: when listen, obviously the people at Virtu. By the way, see that sharp down? That was my tweet today on this story.
Well, see, that's what I want our viewers to look at. This is not good for those names, certainly.
For Virtu and Citadel, yes. Right. It's gonna crimp their profits because it's gonna end, essentially, payment for order flow. Now, they would come back and say...
I don't know about that.
You do realize that when
they've already said, they said not that long ago that they weren't going to get it. They were not going to get rid of payment for order flow. Like, I don't understand how these clowns report this opposite shit. Literally the opposite shit. A couple months later, I'm looking for the, so let's see, what is this here? Market structure and the retail investor. This is, let's see if this is it. Whoops. Let's see what we got here. It's on the Senate website. Gary Gensler's testimony before the Senate Banking Committee. And I guess we'll check in on the goddamn futures and see what we got here. So, okay, so that so the dollar gap down to like 11.54 from closing at like 111.87. It's now higher. It's now given back all those losses. Now gained back all those losses, and it's gone a little bit beyond. And we see equities pulling in too, and the VIX recovering as well. Now, again, keep in mind also this is all small scale, but I mean we did see, I don't know, like 40 points in the S&Ps, so not insignificant. Okay. And this is not loading either. Okay.
important news is that they're talking about a rollout in November in tranches, which means in select groups. Parts of this rollout are going to happen time to time. But here's the crazy thing. This is the same guy. Gasparino is the same guy who told us we're all conspiracy theorists. There's no synthetic shares.
There aren't.
FTDs or whatever. Blah blah blah. He's been saying.
Yeah, FTDs or whatever. He can't even doesn't even know what to say really. So okay, here's something. This is from last. I don't know. It's probably not gonna let me see this. Yeah, I don't. I haven't worked my magic on this one yet. SEC set to let Wall Street keep payment for order flow deals. Will stop short of banning payment for order flow. And that was a decision that was made exactly about a month ago. 1 month ago. Now, when did they, let's see. Yeah, Gensler, market auction, retail auction, 2022, something like that. Okay, that's this here. Okay, a couple things here. So let's see. Markets Insider. SEC is trying to reshape the market, but that could mean retail investors will have to start paying fees. This is before the last decision to keep payment for order flows, supposedly. Gensler is proposing the agency consider sending retail stock orders to auctions under which trading firms would compete to execute the transactions to ensure investors receive the best prices. Let's see. This is also from the same period, beginning of June of this year. Creating an auction mechanism aimed at helping investors get the best possible pricing for their trade orders. So whenever you're talking about best possible pricing in this context, you're talking about market orders. So if you put in a limit order, they're still going to do payment for order flow. The orders will just be auctioned to the market makers instead of brokers using just one market maker. Well, brokers don't use one market maker. They do, like if you look on Robinhood's Rule 606 disclosure or your trade confirmations, you'll see they will tell you the market maker. And if you have a bunch of trades, you'll see that they were all executed by different market makers. But I mean, that's not really a problem because the idea is that and Doug Sifu already he said this in the interview. He said that the prices are standard, that the rebates are standardized. So it's it's not a question of the broker will make more. They will make. I'm sorry. The broker will receive more of a rebate if they go with this one over that one. It's the variable is what the execution price, like the price improvement, basically. So, if I understand what you're saying correctly, this is the ZOM dude. It's the something dude. So, let's see, what were the comments on this? Charge a tax on any order held for less than 10 seconds. Okay. So this is, I mean, this seems to be purported follow through on what was talked about back in June. Right? So this person here, let's see, who is this? Kareem Derhali, founder and CEO of investment app Investor. So one of these missing a bunch of vowel app names, Investor. I don't think anyone is willing to provide brokerage services without revenue. If we return to a commission structure, then you can argue that might discourage people from trading as frequently as they have been trading. You could, on the other hand, argue that if people start trading less and investing more, they'll be better off over the long term. I don't want you to be deciding that, because that may be true, it may not be true. If you had just invested at the end of last year or early this year, you would not be better off right now. So that's ridiculous. I've never heard of this Investor app. I have no interest in it. What would seem to be a simple solution would be for Gensler to say, we're going to make payment for order flow illegal, and retail trading needs to go through the exchange where it's transparent and the prices are transparent and people can have confidence in the system. Okay. Bonner at Guild said overall he sees a ban on payment for order flow hurting retail traders. Quote, to be honest, a lot of brokers would hope that they get rid of this payment for order flow model and get back to charging for commissions, because there's a lot more revenue for the brokers in that. Seems like there would be. Okay. So it's nothing new, but they've already said, they said a month ago that they're not going to get rid of payment for order flow. These things can coexist. So Froggy Stonks is making an assumption, which they love to do. All of these guys love to do, even though it is said. I mean, I guess they did say on Fox News, but imagine that, Fox News misrepresenting the fucking truth. So it's just a big shit show, really. This guy should be on Fox News. He would fit in there.
That he's freaking nervous, man. You're right now. This is one of the biggest events that will happen to the markets in a long time.
You know what it'll change? You know what'll change after this? Absolutely fucking
Couple
nothing.
tweets out.
Because you will still fucking suck at trading. You will still make shitty decisions. It will not make up for your fucking bullshit decisions.
About what I talked about bots and stuff earlier.
Because at the end of the day, dark pool, lit exchange, on exchange, off exchange, that is not the problem here. Payment for order flow, that's not the problem. It is not the problem. Period. Companies with shitty fundamentals are the problem.
I did my 3-week breakdown for AMC and Ape. I have a feeling that the options chain activity we've been seeing is going to be extremely important when this happens. If Gary Gensler shuts off payment for order flow first, if he says in November,
not going to happen.
Midterms, no more payment for order flow, we're going to the auction house. That means they cannot front run the options chain anymore, meaning Hoyles and Max Payne are not going to be a factor, because retail trades are going to constitute more in the options pool, and the market makers can't front run it, which means
he really thinks that somehow they're going to give retail investors an advantage. I mean, that's laughable. That's fucking laughable, dude.
Price fix, which means we will see on heavy options call days, those prices go above. Now, I'm still not going to buy call options on meme stocks, but we're going to see our price discovery. We're going to see AMC and Ape go to prices that need to happen. And that's another reason why I'm wondering, maybe Aron hasn't sold any Ape yet, because him and Gensler are in the...
Right. Okay. All right. Speculation after speculation. Morgan Stanley is preparing for the short squeeze. Okay. So I got my answer on this one here. It's about the same shit that Gensler talked about back in June. The auction thing, and it is for market orders. I mean, it's the only thing that makes the only way it would make sense anyway. Like, who cares who executes your limit order? You've said, I only want to pay this much for it. That's not the problem. The problem, perceived problem, it would be the shocking truth. I mean, there's literally no real. I mean, and I use that term very liberally. Real. There's nobody real left here except for. I mean, and tr- don't get me wrong, that these people aren't real, but they're not finance news. They're not Benji. They're not fucking Shill Talk Daily. TMI, this trading with emotions retard, Adam Lewis TV, Mr. $1,000 a share, CSI. Other than that, it's all bullshit. I mean, and even this obviously is bullshit too. So here's CSI. What's he got today for
Heads
us?
up from police just 3 weeks before the holiday shopping season begins. They are tracking a new type of crime popping up
What the
across the
fuck
country.
is this?
It's called flash rob, a play on the term flash mob. But instead of a fun-loving dance, it has a vandalizing twist.
Turn of the memes suggests to me the mania of crowds and little more.
Yeah, I think it's a phenomenon that clearly is associated with social media. It's easy to get a flash mob or a flash crowd together with social media. And this is kind of the analogy that I see between what occasionally happens on social media and what we're seeing happening in the stock market. I think there's a lot of speculators that feel like they can get together using social media and move a stock one way or the other, having nothing at all to do with the fundamentals. So it is a mania.
What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. Ooh, in this video, somebody's in trouble because another dot has been connected. I've seen this coming for a while.
Oh, great. Another dot connected.
With each and every one of my viewers my position in this play so that no accusations could ever be
we can
brought
see how
against me.
carelessly you invest.
I've told y'all
Got it.
that my dogs are fighting. I've told y'all that people question me and ask me, do I have real shares or fake shares? And I tell them, it doesn't matter to me what's in my account. There's a number there, and when I press sell, that's what's going to be important. That when the time came and I pushed my sell button, the person on the other end of that fucking transfer better have my money. Real share, fake share, don't give a fuck share. Money in my account for shares. That's what matters to me. How many synthetics are there? There's 5 billion, there's 10 billion. I don't give a fuck. I don't know anything about synthetics. I take the stance like Adam Aron. I know nothing. All I know is there's a short position that has 100 million shares short, and we're on the long end of it. And this is
No, there is not one short position. There's a total short interest of 100 million, if that's even correct. So, I mean, you'd argue it doesn't matter, anything like that, but I mean, the way he said it implies that there is a short position. And, well, boy, if there's one short position, huge short position, who do you think would be the trader behind that position? In their eyes, would be obviously the devil, Ken Griffin. But there's no evidence that Ken Griffin or Citadel actually has a short position on AMC that I know of. Not to mention the fact that there are, dozens, if not more, short positions on AMC. So reminds you of Ernest. Ernest Goes to Wall Street. That's yeah, kind of does. He kind of does.
a
That's a good one.
short squeeze play, and they're not illegal. Now, what is illegal, and the dots that are being connected, is
Well, actually, trading to bring about a short squeeze is actually explicitly mentioned in securities law as being illegal. So yeah, is anything going to happen from that? Probably not. But strictly
Coming up
speaking,
in this video right here that I showed you earlier, where he called what's going on right now on social media a flash mob crowd. A flash mob crowd of investors who come together on social media, and just like a flash mob rushes a particular
whoops.
store and steals what they want, that's what they're equating people on social media as being. And social media includes YouTube. And that would implicate the fact that because I talk about AMC, or that
Jesus
hey,
Christ. Is that a dog or a
the
child?
fact that I talk about AMC, or that I'm a shareholder of AMC and Ape and Highcroft, then I'm involved with pumping and dumping these stocks.
Well, you are.
And
That's
I've
the
said
plain and simple truth. You are, because you've been promoting misinformation for months and months and months and months. So, time to accept that fact, dude.
from the beginning, I've got into this play as a recovery play. I only learned about the squeeze
Well,
play
it
later.
has not recovered,
So don't
has
start
it?
me with none of that. I knew, and because there's two YouTubers. This is how I see it as a setup. I look for the article. I'm not going to spend the rest of my evening looking for it. Y'all are smart. Y'all know how to use Google. There's an article that was written that called Lou versus Wall Street the ringleader. And they called Teddy Zane's name in the article as well. And y'all may remember that I've said that those two people, Lou and Teddy, they've taken the gloves off, being as shills. They've taken their gloves off, and they're fighting bare knuckles now because the fight's getting rough for them, and they got to do whatever they got to do to convince people to get out of the words that
Blah, 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 blah.
Why? Because anybody that follows them, anybody that buys the stocks simply on their suggestion, will be able to be claimed as being a part of a flash mob. So I go back.
I mean, when was that clip even from, by the
I
way?
think it's a phenomenon that clearly.
Where's this from? Who is this? What is this? No date, nothing. I think it's from last year. Personally, I don't know. I don't care really, though. So what's the point here?
Because Trey Trades told me to. Trey Trades is not the only one guilty then. You're part of a flash mob. Boom. See what I'm saying, people? That's the narrative they're pushing now. Watch the opening of this video again. He calls us a social media.
Who is he, and when did he say that? You need to say that. You need to specify that. Otherwise, it's meaningless. Because these guys do pull clips from last year. They do. That clip of Tucker Carlson railing ignorantly against short sellers. I mean, talk about populism. Talk about fucking ignorant populism. It's from January 28th, 2021. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing. I mean, look at all this. Look at all these finance news videos. Benji, breakout loading. Yeah, it's going to load about as quickly as my fucking internet. Oh, here, this is the one I wanted to look at. So I referenced in the title of the stream post hoc, and Reed, the subscriber Reed, who's a member of the Telegram chat as well, astutely referenced the post hoc, ergo propter hoc logical fallacy, which I want to talk about in relation to this and a lot of other things. But we did a reaction video to the reactions of the Doug Sifu interview from Al from Boston and Frank from Hell, and so we saw that the NASDAQ halted Chinese IPOs like the next day after that interview. Okay. Now, so then yesterday we had this, holy smokes, NASDAQ halts Chinese IPO because of our Doug Sifu interview. All right. I'm ready for the evidence for that.
Everybody, Sal from Boston. Let's kick it off.
Let's kick it
So
off.
everybody
Okay.
remembers
Yep.
this interview that I did a few days ago. Some things have
And
happened.
by the way, he got fucking roasted for doing that interview. This interview backfired for Al, not in the way I thought it would. Not because he basically disproved everything and said the exact same things that we've been saying. So, of course, Doug Sifu is a shill. We're a shill. Everybody's a shill. But because of the simple fact that he did this interview, clearly that indicates that he is a shill.
That I think
Al's
you
a
guys should
shill.
be aware of. I'm going to ask
So many
Doug
shills.
here a question regarding HKD. All right, pay attention.
Thanks, Model 3 dude.
So,
let's just go ahead and get them out of here.
Sure. We're going to talk about AMC for a second. AMC preferred stock
See.
had 43 million FTDs. It had 13 halts in the first day of trading, while a stock like a Chinese stock like HKD was running 28,000%, had 7 halts in one day of trading.
Quick fingers.
It's very inconsistent.
Model 3 dude.
How would a market maker define this phenomenon, and how do we fix these the disparity between the two?
I mean, let me tell you something. We hate trading halts at Virtu. Okay, for the record, I mean they are very difficult for us to deal with. When there's huge imbalances in the marketplace, we don't have any magic elixir where we say, okay, well, the stock's going to go up or down, right? As I said before, we're the best thing for a market maker, right, is for a stock to kind of go up and down all day and finish the day where it began, right? Because at the end of the day, we're trying to capture bid-offer spread. When a stock is just going in one direction, we're typically going to lose money and get run over. It's a hard thing for us to deal with. Trading halts are dealt with and completely prescribed by the National Securities Exchange. So we have nothing to do with them. The issuer has nothing to do with them.
That's true.
So
Nothing to do with these halts.
New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ and CBOE and what the other listed exchanges have promulgated as what they call volatility halts. So when a stock goes up a certain percentage during the day, right, the idea was in order to gather liquidity and give investors an opportunity to ascertain really what's going on and what the right price should be for that stock, a stock gets halted. So you brought up the example of HKD, right? That is an absolute disaster of a stock. It never should be a listed public company. In my view, it's probably, some form of manipulation going on overseas. As you said, it went up 22,000%, and it had a enterprise value where that entity was momentarily or for a moment in time had a higher enterprise value than JP Morgan. It's obviously absurd. It makes no sense. That is not, our responsibility as a market maker. There's a listed exchange that listed that stock. It must have satisfied its listing obligations. I'm sure the SEC was frankly just as annoyed as we were that thing was actually trading, because a lot of good people probably lost, a lot of money, investing in that stock or trading that stock. So that's not how, our marketplaces should function. And again, I would look at the listing exchanges that listed that. In that instance, it was NASDAQ, and say, why are you listing this garbage? Right? It's not what should be listed. I mean, the company barely had any revenues, and all of a sudden it's worth $300 billion. Something is very, very wrong. So it's not a situation or a trading environment that we relish. In fact, it's a pain in our ass. I'll say it because as a wholesale market maker, right, or maybe it's, Andrew's telling me HKD, excuse me, is NYSE listed, so I don't mean to disparage NASDAQ.
Oh, well, yeah, let's point that out. Andrew, I guess this is his assistant or lawyer or something. Make sure he's got the facts right, because he doesn't have time to be looking stuff up, which makes a lot of sense, right? It's actually listed on the NYSE. So NASDAQ was the one that did the halts. So, or that halted the trading of these IPOs, or halted the IPOs. So how okay, did the NYSE do the same thing? I don't know.
I should have known that. New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange probably couldn't list that thing to begin with. But as a wholesale market maker, when retail clients send us orders, even in that name, we have to take them. Right? At that moment in time when that order hits our environment, right, we have to satisfy it, whether it's a buy or a sell. So when that stock is ripping up, guys, and people want to buy it, we're selling it and we're getting shorter and shorter and we're losing money. So that's not a great situation for us. So it's not all like, apple pie and roses over here in those situations either. So nothing would make us happier. Nothing would make us happier than these crazy low float names that tend to come out, from outside the United States that get listed on our national securities exchanges and end up, creating these large trading disparities. And I know, to give Gensler credit, I know he is sympathetic to that because he has looked at, the auditing standards, for example, of Chinese listed firms that need to be consistent with U.S. GAAP listing standards. So I think the SEC actually is an issue where the SEC has been very front-footed on as well. So that's, unfortunately, it gives the entire industry a real black eye, and it's a terrible situation that I wish the exchanges would do a better job in rectifying.
Okay, so
right.
don't blame.
Before we hear the stupid, logical fallacy, let's go back over to the futures. And here we go. So natural gas continues its collapse, or at least downtrend. The VIX is climbing back up. The dollar has regained its footing and seems to be consolidating just under 112. Gasoline still, so this is here. This is where's okay. So that actually was this is the beginning, I guess the beginning of a new contract here, but anyway, is down 0.25%. And then over on equities, we see what's happening here. So we'll continue to watch that. Now back to the logical fallacy.
NASDAQ. And then Andrew corrected him, right? He said it was New York Stock Exchange because it had 3 letters.
Okay.
Look what Unusual Whales just reported. NASDAQ halts IPOs of small Chinese companies for Reuters. Why do you suppose that happened? What do you?
Well, clearly it's because somebody talked about it on your channel.
That is not a happenstance. Okay, that is not a happenstance.
Oh, really?
Doug did this interview and said NASDAQ was doing XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Somebody from Reuters was paying attention.
Reuters.
And look what happened. NASDAQ puts the brakes on initial public offerings for at least small Chinese companies while it investigates short-lived stock rallies. That is the power of, well, I mean, Doug just said it.
What, your power?
Picked up on it, ran with it, went to Reuters. Reuters went to NASDAQ and said XYZ, and look what happened. This is what I'm talking about, you guys. This is what you talk about loopholes. There it is. So our little channel that is supposedly a shill channel, because I'm a shill being paid by the hedge funds, just inflicted policy change. I'm pretty, I don't know how to feel about it. I think it's good. At the same time,
at least 4
money on it. I usually make money on small Chinese IPOs, so I shot myself in the foot a little bit. But the simple truth is, people lose their fucking ass on those things. And I know there are bag holders that are in my circle that lost a shit ton of money. One in particular lost $38,000 on HKD. So Doug said it on this channel.
Bullshit. Okay, here's the Reuters article from yesterday. NASDAQ halts IPOs of small Chinese companies as it probes stock rallies. NASDAQ has put the brakes on IPO preparations of at least 4 small Chinese companies while it investigates short-lived stock rallies of such firms following their debuts. this lawyer said that he was informed by NASDAQ that certain IPOs would not be allowed to proceed, quote, until they determine what has been the aberrational trading activity in certain Chinese issuers earlier this year. NASDAQ started asking the advisors of small Chinese IPO candidates questions in mid-September. That is before this interview. Before the interview. The questions concern the identity of their existing shareholders, where they reside, how much they are investing, and if they were offered interest-free debt so they can participate, according to one of the bankers, Dan McClory, who's head of equity capital markets at Boosted Securities. The lawyers and bankers spoke to Reuters on condition that the names of the companies that were halted, whose IPOs were halted, would not be disclosed. It is not clear what action the NASDAQ will take once it completes the probe. 7 sources who work on IPOs of small Chinese companies spoke to Reuters on the condition that neither they nor their clients could be identified. These sources said the ephemeral stock rallies caused by a few overseas investors were caused by a few overseas investors who concealed their identities and snapped up most of the shares in the offerings, creating the perception that the debuts were in demand. As a result, Chinese IPOs have returned this year on average a staggering 426% in their first day of trading. The SEC and other U.S. financial regulators have yet to announce a case of successfully prosecuting such pump and dump schemes because Chinese companies and their overseas bankers have so far been effective in carrying them out secretly. Loopholes, yada, 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 yada. Okay, so they started asking these questions, though, last month. Now, of course, Unusual Whales didn't put that part in, didn't even link to the article, so that's cool. But it seems to be centered on 4 specific ones. And they started probing this stuff last month. So no, Al, and here's another article. It's just talking about Chinese IPOs. It's from around the same time. It's from last month. But anyway. Okay, Al.
You know, Reuters picked it up. Somebody from Reuters was watching it. Somebody named Echo Wang. I don't know if that's her real name or not.
Apparently didn't.
I'm always
Here we go. Here we go. You know, he has no problem making fun of people's names and other bullshit like that when it's just him jerking off by himself. But when he's got a guest, oh, he's Mr. Respectful. No, it's called being a fucking coward, being an idiot. Being an idiot, being a fucking child.
About people with the last name Wang. I don't know. But look what happened. Now this is off the table. So you guys, I thought that was interesting. I thought you might find that maybe.
Yeah, well, don't even bother to read the article. Don't even bother to read the article.
Maybe it's nothing. But the fact is, Doug Sifu, CEO of Virtue, said it, fingered NASDAQ. It was actually NYSE, New York Stock Exchange. And now this happened less than 2 days afterwards. Amazing, the power of the internet.
Right.
Al from Boston signing out. I'll see you guys in a few days. See you at the bell.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I hadn't watched that video yet. I was saving it for this stream, and I'm glad I did. Okay, so here's the fallacy. So it's basically correlation causation. Since event Y followed event X, event Y must have been caused by event X, often referred to as the post hoc fallacy, or after this, therefore because of this, in which 2 events occur simultaneously or in the chronological ordering is insignificant or unknown. Post hoc is a logical fallacy in which one event seems to be the cause of a later event because it occurred earlier. It's a particularly tempting error because correlation sometimes appears to suggest causality. Fallacy lies in a conclusion based solely on the order of events rather than taking into account other factors potentially responsible for the result that might rule out the connection. A simple example being the rooster crows immediately before sunrise, therefore, the rooster causes the sun to rise. Al's stream talked about Chinese IPOs, therefore, that stream caused them to be halted. It's not valid. It's not valid. So, this exact thing actually happened to me once. A tenant moves into an apartment and the building's furnace develops a fault. The manager blames the tenant's arrival for the malfunction. One event merely followed the other in the absence of causality. And so on. So we see that a lot. We've seen that quite a bit in this thing, and we've talked about this before in terms of correlation and causation. Correlation does not equal or imply causation, especially when you learn that they started asking these questions a month ago. So clearly not caused by the stream. Okay. Prediction for Monday. Okay, I watched this video the other day. I feel like we should probably watch it here. If I watched it, you guys have to watch it.
Hey, what's up? This Frank. Let me say I'm not a financial advisor. Anything that I say in this video should be used for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion.
We're using it for entertainment purposes,
not necessarily
man.
Be factual.
Main.
Don't buy, sell a stock or hold a stock because of anything that I say in this video. I'm just an entertainer. Whatever I say in this video, like I was saying, is just my opinion in this allegation. Look,
really harping that disclaimer
that people may be saying about AMC and our short squeeze play or what they may be doing. And in spite of everything that the 1%ers are doing, these short sellers, these hedge funds around the clock to make AMC look unattractive because they don't want people to get in our short squeeze play or they don't want people to buy the stock. In spite of all that, I wouldn't sell my shares unless it's through a MOASS. Because, see, I understand the value of our short squeeze play, and I know what the short squeeze play is worth. And it'll be a long time. See, we trapped them. It'll be a long time before we see a short squeeze play like this again. They're gonna make sure that they're gonna make sure that, and you may not never see a short squeeze play like this again in our lifetime. So when it comes to our short squeeze play, I'm so confident about the short squeeze play because, see, I know they tapped out a long time ago. I know they can't win. See, they know they can't win. And it's because of criminal activity, allegedly, stock market manipulation, and illegal naked shorting, and people overlooking that in high places, people at the top. It's because of that they've been able to stay in the play as long as they've been in the play. They've been tapped out.
See, no, the reason they've been able to stay in the play so long is because the price kept going down. Clearly.
If it wasn't for everything negative that they're doing in the stock market, they would have been squeezed out of their position a long time ago. There's nothing they can do with us. It's too many of us. We got too much money, and we know what we're doing, and we got too much intellect when it comes to this short squeeze play.
Okay.
And they can't handle us. And see, the 1%ers in this short squeeze play, they some of the richest individuals in the world. They got plenty of money. See, they can cover. They could have covered a long time ago. They got the money to cover in our short squeeze play. One of the main reasons
the money to cover.
It's not about the money. They got plenty of that. It's ego. See, they couldn't let the world see that they got beat in a short squeeze play by working class people, by poor people, and by young people.
Yeah, see that right there, like, no. Ego, greed, and narcissism. I mean, you're describing the apes. Describing the apes. I mean, this dude is a master of projection. I'll tell you that. But um, wealthy people and smart money and institutions, institutional investors, and Wall Street in general. I mean, maybe greed. Okay, I'm not going to argue that one. But ego and narcissism. I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's about profit. It's about profit. Um, for people who are, interested in making money, people who do make money, and so on. I mean, being about greed, okay. I mean, it kind of goes with the territory, but I mean, ego and narcissism in terms of putting aside like the quantitative aspects, the numbers, the amounts, dollar figures, and just running on ego. Um, not really, not really, not that I can tell. Um, this is something that, it seems like he's kind of telling himself and he wants to tell other people to get people to stay in, because they have to believe that these short sellers are trapped and that they're losing money somehow, even though the stock is down so much. It makes no sense. So you can't say it's about the money because, yeah, they could cover and realize their profits. And that's the reality is that, I would be really interested to know what percentage of short positions are actually profitable. I don't think there's any way we could know that, but um, yeah, I mean, this is just
The
retarded.
99%. It's an ego thing. You see what I'm saying? It's about power.
No, it's about retail apes' ego and not wanting to admit that they fucked up, that they fucked up, because they won't listen to anybody, anything else other than their narrative. And in fact, they just get deeper in the narrative, deeper in the narrative. I mean, it's projection at its
about
finest.
control. It's about positioning. See, they drunk on power, and they'll lie, they'll cheat. In my opinion, they'll steal.
What about the
Ain't no
AMC
telling, man,
influencers?
what they'll do just to have power and to stay on top of the
You know
99%.
what the AMC influencers will do? They will say one thing publicly and do another thing privately in their own accounts, and then peace out and say, you know what? Oh, I don't feel good about this, and I shouldn't. Blah, 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 get off my dick. Yeah, I'm talking about Trey. Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, you see what I'm saying? They never thought that we would stay in this short squeeze play for this length of time because they always win. They not used to losing. We caught them off guard. They for sure, if they stayed in this short squeeze play, this length of
No,
time, they'll win.
caught him off
Because
guard.
in my opinion, they thought that if they could use criminal activity, allegedly,
Like
long
what?
enough,
Like what?
stock market manipulation,
How? Like
and
what?
illegal necklace
Specifics.
shorting, and it go unchecked.
Proof
As
of
well
that?
as throwing
No.
bones out there every now and then, pumping dump plays, they thought for sure that they thought for sure, man, that would push us out
He thinks
the
this is
short
like a
squeeze play.
movie or something.
But it didn't work.
He's
You see
describing the
what I'm
plot of a
saying? So
movie.
now, in order not to look like a fool before the rest of the world and to show and let everybody see that we beat them, they continued to feed their ego. See, they had to feed their ego. So they made bad bet after bad bet. They
How is it a
created
bad
billions
bet?
of synthetic AMC shares. They couldn't stop gambling. They couldn't stop lying.
Oh, couldn't stop gambling. Oh, that's rich. That's great. Who couldn't stop gambling? The dude who literally went into fucking OTC pump and dump stocks couldn't stop gambling. Wow.
They couldn't stop cheating, and they couldn't stop stealing.
Couldn't stop lying, couldn't stop cheating, couldn't stop stealing.
they had to feed that ego. As a result of having to feed that ego, they created a multi-trillion-dollar short squeeze play. And see, I'm standing to play.
That makes no sense. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. So they screwed themselves over to protect their ego. Like, this is coming from a poor motherfucker who has no idea what he's talking about whatsoever.
Because I know
Ridiculous.
the value of the play. And another thing I know, they got to pay institutions. Institutions going to get paid. They're not going to keep their money tied up. And they got powerful people in these institutions. They're not going to keep their money tied up in this short squeeze play and not get compensated for having their money in this play. So, and institutions, they probably happy with making $200 or $300 a share. You see what I'm saying? You know, they already wealthy. So in my opinion, that's the reason why you had certain shields concentrating on $200 to $300 a share, because if nothing else, they want to make sure that institutions get paid with this short squeeze play. But the thing is, who they don't want to get paid.
This sounds so ridiculous.
See, we know the short squeeze play is worth 4 to 6 figures a share, because we know how much money we put into this short squeeze play. That's the whole thing. See, they know they got to pay us. You see what I'm saying?
So I love this argument too. We know that it's worth 4 to 6 figures per share, which is absurd. But the reason is really interesting because of how much money we've put into it. Because of how much money retail has put into it. And it's like, well, yeah, you could put all the money in the world into it. That doesn't guarantee, that doesn't mean that you're going to get a return at all. It doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. What it does mean is that you lined the pockets of the short sellers. If you want to know where that money went, or if you're KC Shaw, where does the money that I lose in the stock market go to? But this is really interesting because of the amount of money that we've put into it. Lynn, hello, hello. Has he said the 1%ers yet? Yeah, he said that. He said that. I think he did. I think he did. Apes are down 85%. Oh dear God, 85 fucking percent.
But we didn't create this problem. This problem was created because of short sellers and 1%ers. Because
there you go. There you go. Right there, Antoinette. You called it.
Of their greed. It was created because of their ego, their pride, and them being narcissistic. That's the reason why this short squeeze play was created. It's on them. It's not us.
He's describing himself.
I got in this short squeeze play for life-changing money. I got in this short squeeze play because I want justice. And understand, man, that sometimes you can't always...
The same people who believe that the short sellers are trapped because of their ego and narcissism are the same people who are supposedly in this play to fight for change and justice. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. Those are two sides of the same coin. Unfortunately, it's a worthless coin. It's like one of those car wash tokens. You know, that's what it is. Because that's not what it's about. Both of those things are invalid. Car wash tokens, dude.
Instant gratification when it comes to getting justice, especially if we're trying to get life-changing wealth out of this play. Sometimes you just got to be patient. And it's probably going to be some other people that make money in these short squeeze plays. So if other people make money in short squeeze plays other than ours, don't get upset, man. Just be patient. It's just not your time right now. But our time, man, is coming. You know, as
Weird.
Us getting paid, you know, when it comes to our short squeeze play. But this is what I do know. We done put too much money in this short squeeze play. It's too many people been involved in this short squeeze play. And this short squeeze play has been going on too long for when it squeeze it not to be epic and people make life-changing money. That I do know. And let me share this with you.
All right.
What
was
too
that?
long to play. It's too many people been involved in this short squeeze play. And this short squeeze play has been going on too long for when it's squeezed, it not to be epic and people make life-changing money.
That is the biggest load of crap I've heard in a while. There's too many people involved, and it's been going on for too long, not for people to make life-changing money. Dude, um, I don't even, what can you even say to that? That's epically, fractally wrong.
That I do know. And let me share this with
Where'd you learn that?
you. You know the type of 1%ers we dealing with in this short
One
squeeze play.
percenters.
You know they desperate. They need our shares in
Right. They need
order to
them.
cover their position. So you can't
No.
put nothing past these guys. So don't be shocked and surprised that they know how important holidays is. I don't celebrate holidays because I'm a Muslim. We don't celebrate traditional holidays. But in our community, holidays are important to a lot of people. They know that. Don't be surprised if they try to force us to go through another holiday season doing our short squeeze plays.
Setting up the end of the year, 2023. Yeah, be patient. It's going to take, don't be surprised if you're still doing this next spring. God, what a load of
Because
garbage.
they know you need your money, and they probably gonna try to use the holidays to squeeze people out of their position. I'm just bringing that up because I want people to be prepared. It's just that, it's just that simple. So you know the type of people we dealing with, you know they heartless, and you know they don't care. They don't care about nobody but they sell. So
What do you care about? Everybody? Everybody? Or are you greedy? You got an ego on you?
just be prepared for that, man. And I'm
No.
gonna close with this. Let me say this.
Right.
What's up, devil?
What's
we
up,
need
devil?
for you and your colleagues to stop manipulating our stock.
Wow, look at that. He's talking directly to the devil. Hey, devil, what's up?
And we need for you to cover your positions. You see?
Like, why? Okay. We need that. We really need that. It would be nice if you would do that. It would be nice if you would, forget about your own profit motives and just throw us a bone. Come on, dude. We've been in this thing for so long. There's too many people here for us not to make life-changing money. Come on, devil. Come on, devil. You can do it.
And maybe if you stop using your money, your power, and your influence to manipulate people, to allegedly steal money from people, maybe when the universe responds to you because of all the karma that you got coming to you,
karma. Right.
maybe it won't be that bad. Thank you for taking time out to watch the video. Have a nice day.
Interesting. All right. I don't know, devil. You better watch out for that karma. Jesus. Okay. I think we're going to have an epic dump tomorrow. And that's not just because I have positions that would greatly benefit from that. Okay. It's kind of, it's kind of the reason. Um, yeah. Anyway. Right. Let's check out Reddit. So, boy, on this new computer, I feel like just zooming around back and forth, not a care in the world here. Okay. Um, Dave is referring the hedgy scum interviewed by YouTuber the other day. Now, it's important to remember that Doug Sifu is a hypocrite and a liar. He claims this reform movement only arose because of meme stocks and isn't something new. However, he knows that's a lie because he used to pay me to advocate to end payment for order flow and excessive off-exchange trading. Oh, I mean, he did say that it was an expense. Ken Griffin said that too. They have to pay the brokers to get this stuff. It would be nice if they didn't have to pay. Anyway, Dave Lauer, probably a shill. This movie was made in 2021 after the start to the meme stock rally. AMC 081, Battle of 801, except it's 081. Well, they couldn't have made it that obvious. Want AMC to succeed? Go to the movies, buy popcorn, soda, and other snacks. Yeah. Is that Jerome Powell? This could be a good parody poster, but Powell there, Ken Griffin here, and Janet Yellen there. I don't know. Okay. AMC is set and ready for a run up. The timing couldn't be better. Eclipse season is squeeze season. Eclipse season is squeeze season. Some moon market shit. I could already tell Black Adam is a big hit in theaters. Oh, this is BlackRock time. Fucking goddamn. Oh, yeah. Ready for a run up. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, why would you even bother drawing that fucking line? Why would you even fucking bother? What a joke. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Algos can't touch the star chart for tomorrow. This is a lot of astrology. Wow. Oh my God. I saw a post of someone talking about the price without the squeeze. The fuck is that? Ain't no one here for that. Shorts are screwed and the MOASS is inevitable. Inevitable. Stop talking about paper hand prices. 2 million a share. Came across another sign today. Our time is coming soon. Okay. Yeah, that's a sign you're gonna be fucking. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. Been seeing a lot of trust me, bro posts. For example, Black Adam is doing well, therefore expect Green Days, or Gary Gensler, brother owns AMC, or Nancy Pelosi, husband deep with AMC. Seems it just brings younger, inexperienced apes' hopes up, only to be deflated when stock doesn't perform. Should we filter these out? No, you'd have to filter everything out. Those of you who are not part of the June run-up are about to be in for a big treat. It's coming, and there's no stopping this time. Right. Okay. I mean, the fuck. Soup's cool. I've started investing in stocks. First chicken, then beef, then now vegetable. I know it's risky, but one day it'll pay off and I'll be a billionaire. Chicken and beef are being shorted into oblivion. Oh, that's hilarious. My son's fortune cookie. Always good to see fortune cookie posts. What does the future hodl? Why did they tear it there? They want us to see. I'm calling out that AMC plus Ape has reached its bottom. Wrong price should rocket from Q4, specifically from AMC. Aggressive short selling by market makers takes place during bleak market conditions. Pandemic is over, and no, it's actually not, but okay. And the media is scrambling to find narratives to justify their hedge funds' actions. So much misinformation in that first one. Two, worth to take note that Ape has decoupled from the S&P 500 SPY action days before the latter showed reversal to the upside. Volatility has decreased for AMC's downside. That makes no sense, which shows the shorts are done piling up on AMC plus Ape for 2022. Historically, momentum tends to pick up from Q4 onwards before it peaks in Q2. Okay. You may believe charts are unimportant, but it is a good indicator to how software algos are behaving, as opposed to those hardware algos. Sure, manipulation exists, but they are still bounded by algorithmic rules. What do the charts tell me now? AMC plus Ape has bottomed, folks. Algos are done pinning us down for now. Oh boy, that's going to be fucking hilarious. Algo, I mean, you actually have the fucking nerve, the balls, the gall to say that is bottomed. They're done pinning us down. When is that? Okay, whatever. 4, it will be huge if AMC breaks past 10. Well, AMC plus Ape hasn't even broken past 10. I'm calling out for a mini squeeze if this happens, a mini squeeze. AA needs to figure out how to reach this price point first, and he can dilute the shit out of Ape for all I care after AMC flies past 10. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Who does this guy think he is? Fucking trash. Are you referring to Frank? AMC's not as low as it could be. Bullish. Ants. Ants? Grasshopper? Crickets? I don't know. AMC, it's not as low as it could be. That's a good slogan. Bullish. 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 Apes have taken enough BS. No. Gus Fring met a gruesome death. Just saying. What's the current sentiment on Ape? I own 3 times the A out of Ape shares. Okay. Can't even decipher that one. I feel that Ape has huge upside potential at the prices, but don't see a lot of love for the ticker. Yeah, well, not surprised. I will get my money. This story is called Monkey Wrench. Up until now, the cycle market goes up, hedge funds sell at the top, market goes down, media feed retail fear, retail sees red, retail panic sell. Stock goes down and retail loses their money. Hedgies buy the bottom, causing the market to rebound. Repeat. The only people who make money are the smart money millionaires. This is not true. If you know the cycle, why don't you fucking play the cycle? Why don't you play the cycle? Why not sell when they sell, buy when they buy? Play options on that. Hedgies continue to cause the market to sell off so that they can continue to leech off retail fear selling. Then apes came and bought the dip and held it. Every fucking dip. I mean, that's not true. Not true. Apes continue to hold onto their stocks and buy the dip, and now the market can't go back up because we're not capitulating, selling. Kind of funny how apes are the monkey wrench in the system. I mean, boy, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. So then on the other side of things, here's a GME meltdown. We love this one. GME has earned about 1.5 million in revenue from NFTs. Here's 64% of that coming from the G-Merica collection. I don't know what that means. A look inside GME meltdown. We are paid shills and we love it. Yeah, this is what it looks like over here at Scott Allen headquarters too. At the call center. And they boomed us. Pack it up. It's over. Good thing 99% of hedge fund employees are unpaid interns. Why don't they just quit? At this point, I'm sure the employees of hedge funds know that they're fucked, specifically that their jobs are fucked. I'm just wondering what might be keeping them from saying fuck it, buying some GME and quitting. If anything, it might speed up the process of MOASS. I'm just curious if anybody has answers. Yeah. Super stupid mod drama, continuing saga. I mean, I can't. The mods on Superstonk, oh dear. Cult Idol calls a non-believer a shill, monkey see, monkey do. Susan Trimbath, PhD. What the what? You shill for a user I blocked. You don't follow my Twitter account, yet somehow you expect me to confirm/correct the convoluted diagram from the blocked user. Really, I'm not as nearly as dumb as I look. Well, that's not true. Wow. So, yeah, Cult Idol calls non-believer a shill. Fantastic. Definition of shill from the Oxford English Dictionary: a person or thing that prevents apes from becoming rich. Sewer stonk. Phrases: fuck off, shill, means I disagree with what this person is saying about the stonk. It's awfully shilly in here means there are many people being paid by Ken here. From late Middle English via Old French from Latin: bag holders. More license plate nonsense. This guy isn't processed that he is devastated yet. Yes, isn't it wonderful? I can only imagine how red-faced Kenny and the rest of his gray-haired posy are when they absolutely tank the market on purpose just to drive AMC to $1, and we still won't fucking sell. In fact, we buy more. I'm a 35-year-old gamer from the 90s. You have no idea how determined I am to kill the final boss with 1 pixel's width of health left. The end of God of War 1 was like that. I entered to fight that one bird-looking bitch with a health bar that I had to squint to see. Her health shoots back up full after you think you beat her. Oh, I played for over 17 hours to beat her while not getting hit once. So if you think saying that much in the red is going to deter me from holding a tanking stock, it won't. My fists are so densely diamond that they each bend light back in on themselves, creating black holes. That is some epic shit. Very special. Not a cult. I tweeted at GameStop and they responded, completed my life. Ken fires ballistic missile because he's shorting Japan. North Korea fires ballistic missile over Japan. Is this why Jane Street's entire portfolio is short on Japan? Of course. Hopes and dreams, the currency of the GME investor. GameStop beta coin prices. I'm not quite sure what we're looking at here. Fuck, where's mine? Don't worry, they're selling for much less. Uh-huh. Now imagine when we get our GameStop stock as NFTs. Oh boy. Field of shills. Wall Street fund managers are tracking retail traders by monitoring social media and message boards. This post goes out to all the hedge fund managers, shills, and any other bad actors who lurk here. Have some fucking decency. It's not too late to be a better person. Grifter time. Is this BlackRock time? I don't know. Buddy DM'd me because he thought he wanted the smoke. Turned out he did not want the smoke. Haven't heard back from him since. Shill. Oops. And deep out of the money remind me's have been printing. Hell yeah, baby. Been doing that for months now. Edit. What color Lambo you thinking? That's what I like to hear. Remind me 6 months. Check what color Lambo. Can't go homeless when you already have a home. No search results for that user. So they did a remind me 6 months later. And yeah. Right. Thinking about going to my bad backs, thinking about going to his local AMC and passing out empty bags to patrons and filming reactions. I wonder if that would be a first video for the Exit Liquidity channel. Well, keep in mind that when the Ape Father was there, and he did his little screaming match about Michael Myers, uh, it didn't seem like anybody cared. So I'm not sure how many actual AMC shareholders you might encounter there. We have to do it just because it's been so long. It's almost Halloween. Anyway.
They scare everybody in the movie theater. You can't kill Michael Myers! It's impossible!
It's impossible.
But what you can do is buy AMC stock.
That was just a ploy to get this video, just play this video again.
AMC, I'm an ape. They call me the ape father, baby.
Baby.
You can't kill Michael Myers, but you can become a multi-millionaire.
I love that girl right there. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And that smile. One more time for Model 3 dude and wife.
Michael Myers. It's impossible! But what you can do is buy AMC stock. Millions coming, baby. AMC stock. You want to be a millionaire? AMC, I'm an ape. They call me the ape father, baby. You can't kill Michael Myers, but you can become a multi-millionaire, baby. AMC in the house. Wow!
Now, he was live earlier, and he was pissed. He was live and pissed earlier. Where is it? Live and pissed. Well, I don't see it now, but I swear he was. Wow, look at all these videos from today. Holy fuck. Okay. Well, anyway, I swear to God, I saw he was live earlier. In that video, Ape Father really still had some hope of making money on AMC. Now reality has set in. That's true. I mean, that is a nostalgic sadness there. Yeah, Ape Father is the only in stock because he's taught himself to deal with it now. Taught himself to deal with it for now because he told so many people to buy. And that may be true. Let's fucking go. Short squeeze imminent. Okay, this also, the creative investor also said yesterday, hilariously,
When
that
I say hedge funds are digging their own graves, I'm sure all
8 months ago for that. Fed U-turn incoming. We got to watch at least a little of this. It's
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Another
it's been a while since we've
day here in the
done this guy.
Market that is really focused around not the stock market, but the bond market and the currency market. So we have a lot of big updates.
That video, great fucking shot there too.
Breaking
man in the shadows.
Markets. They're breaking currency markets. They're breaking bond markets. And there was also a new report that came out today that is basically saying there is a lot of division within the Fed right now. About half
there's
the
not.
members of the Fed say that we should slow down the pace of rate increases. Some of them even talking about stopping rate increases, holding rates where they are, and focusing more on the balance sheet. And then you got the other half of Fed members that say, no, it's too risky to stop raising rates. You know, inflation could get out of control. But what the bond market is actually telling you right now is that the Fed potentially will have no choice. So we have a lot of
bullshit.
In a very short
bull fucking shit.
Everything you need to know on the market.
That's not how it fucking works. Go fuck yourself with that bullshit. All right. Wow, look at crude oil shooting up. Dollar. So it's interesting to see what happened, like moves like this. So you see equities going higher. Of course, oil. The VIX going down, of course. And the bonds going up, the 10-year bonds, 10-year notes, and the dollar going down. Let's look at, so last few days here. Well, anyway. So what time is it? It's 20 till, well, yeah. 20 till 8. So we'll go until 8 and let everybody get on with their evening, but all right. And I won't subject it to any more of this nonsense here. There's plenty of other nonsense to go around. These people have never had any experience in the markets or economy until last year, and now all of a sudden they are commenting on the Fed moves and policies. Yeah. Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. So let's see a little bit about the market breakout part 2.
What's
We
going
didn't
on,
see
guys?
part
It's
1, but we don't
I am
need
the
to.
Masked Investor. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the
You're
video.
back. Antoinette's back. We didn't even know you were leaving. Didn't even know you were leaving, but glad you're
Part
back.
1 of that video was yesterday. That was the bull case. This is part 2. This is the bear case. And this part I think is
Well, this is the only one that we care about.
even more important because, you know, if things do turn bearish in the next week or 2 weeks, you guys definitely want to know what that's going to
If they turn bearish in the next week or 2.
look like, or why that might be happening, or at least what the narrative might be around the bear case scenario. And I'm going to give you guys, after we go through all the information and what that might look like, I'm going to put the chart so you guys, you know, what levels I'll be looking to see rejection from to give me an indication that we're going to be in the bearish scenario moving forward. You know, as part of the channel, what we like to do here.
What are we talking about here? AMC, GameStop, market, overall? I don't know.
Quick favor, guys. Smash the like button, engage with the video.
No.
Call out, watch list. We have live streams, all that good stuff, guys. It's only $20 for this month. Next month, the price does go up. All right. So this.
Wow. So he's charging 20 now for his Discord. The price goes up next month. Better get in while you can.
Have ahead of us, as you guys are already aware, we do have some key earnings. We have Google, we have Microsoft, we have Meta, we have McDonald's, we have Shell, Amazon. We got the big boys. We got oil on Friday.
Got Apple.
Quick reminder: several different market-moving catalysts, if you will, coming ahead of us. Also, the Fed's gonna be in a quiet period, meaning we're not gonna have any Fed talks. Okay, so we did get that quick end of the week update from the Fed saying that, you know, they could potentially be looking to do a little bit of a pivot. They didn't say it in those words, but that was what people got from the message they had there.
No, they did not say it in those fucking words. They did not at all say it in those words.
Wall Street. Now, with that and earnings coming up, I do want to take a look at a perspective that is not going to be the most bullish, just so that we are prepared for everything. Listen to this.
It's good to see. $20 a month. Yeah, it's $20 a month. But, you know, that's the best $20 a month you'll spend. Yeah, people are better joining your Discord. Put the link in here. Put the goddamn link in here, Antoinette. Get people in there.
Thanks for having me. Rare up day when you're here. Just throwing that out there. Yeah. So it's nice to see you today. I'm sure everybody's happy you're on. Are you a believer in it or no?
I mean, not in like a 3-month view, I'm not. I mean, we could always get a few more days of a rally here or there, but there's no question that conditions are slowly deteriorating for the economy. So when prices go up a lot and conditions are deteriorating, it's hard to say I like it more now than I did 3 weeks ago. I think that'd be tough.
Don't earnings sort of say that it's not deteriorating as fast as some people thought, including you?
Not really. So what have we really, you know, the bulk of S&P earnings, as you just alluded to, are the next 2 weeks. We had a bank-heavy set of earnings, insurance.
Who cares about the banks?
Really,
they always make.
I think what you led with and teased with is industrials and tech coming and more consumer after that. I think they're going to be better barometers than just the banks, which are a little bit more.
Well, you had didn't Snap report, and it was shit, total shit. So there's that. But also, or maybe they didn't, but they just took a dump. Also, the expectations were revised down so far. The bar was so low. You know, they do that shit. They bring the expectations down so they can still beat it technically. So that's bullshit. And then also, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the creative idiot earlier. That video, last video, later on in the video, which I tortured myself with yesterday, part of it in the car. He says that the banks are saying that the credit card companies are saying that consumers are using their credit cards more, and that is a good thing. It's a bullish thing for the market and the economy, which is like, I don't know how anybody could say that. I mean, let's see, let's check in later, um, and see see how that goes. But that's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous. No, people resort to using credit cards to pay for basic expenses, and this notion that the consumer is stronger and the consumer's balance sheets are strong. I don't know where the fuck they're getting that shit from. But anyway, um, their expectation is having experience is having free money thrown at them. Right, but they're not having free money thrown at them anymore. So how can they say? How can they think that? Yeah, and it's great to use credit to pay for rent and medical bills and groceries. Exactly. And the narrative was, oh, consumers are willing to keep spending. Consumers are willing to keep spending and use their credit cards to do it. Well, that's because they don't have any actual real fucking money, because a case of Coca-Cola costs 15 fucking dollars and it costs you $70 to fill up your fucking car to drive to work. So, I mean, you can't, it's ridiculous. Don't get me fucking started on this shit. Although it seems too late.
So
So just
already
to be clear,
did.
guys, he is speaking about the potential outlook for the next quarter here. He did say
Consumers
3
have
months here.
no
We're seeing, guys,
choice.
a quick update: October, November, December. That is Q4. The vast majority of companies have that as Q4. Some people like to have Q4 as Q1, but we'll get to that later. We do have on Tuesday, again, quick reminder: Microsoft, Apple, Spotify, Coca-Cola, Barclays on the Wednesday, Meta. We have on the Thursday, McDonald's, Amazon.
I'm betting on Coca-Cola because it's 15 fucking dollars for a case of
We have
Coca-Cola.
Exxon, we have oil on Friday. So several different huge earnings coming up here. So with this bullish rally,
They pass the shit on. They pass those costs on.
look, we haven't really seen the actually guess the earnings that matter in a sense. This is going to be the week that actually defines whether or not we're going to see some actual meat after they do.
Can we hear from the expert again?
Right?
Supposed
Keep it
expert.
going.
I think you'll see slightly deteriorating news on the earnings front over the next 2 weeks.
Do you think next week's going to be disappointing for big tech?
I don't think it's
Of
going to be
course.
great. I don't think it's
Why do you think that they rallied it? Why do you think they rallied it when they did? Of course it's going to fucking fall.
Are we learning
And
that?
I'm starting to get more confidence as a bear now.
It just doesn't have to
It's
be,
good.
a train wreck.
If you sit here today and you say, do I think the market's going up 10% over the next 3 months or down 10%? I don't know. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
I can
what
see
do
it
you
either way.
think the risk is,
I think we're
Morse?
like plus 10, minus 10 over the next 3 months. So, like, do I want to buy something where I'm plus 10, minus 10, 50-50 chance? Or do I want to, be a little bit more conservative? So I don't think it's time to get super excited with a rally here that's not really based on anything other than some dream the Fed's going to get dovish.
Exactly.
What if they don't have to get dovish, but at least have what Mike Santoli coined earlier, which I thought was well said, was a...
I mean, listen to this like pathetic. Well, what if what if this a fucking man child? And it's ridiculous. Like, well, what if what if they don't have to get dovish? But what if No, I mean the fucking shit is in the toilet.
Two-way conversation. It's been like a one-way conversation, almost on autopilot. And now you've got some people coming out daily. We don't just keep going at 75 basis point increments. She said today you had the story that was in the Journal earlier that, okay, maybe they go 75 in November, and then they figure out how to message that they go 50, and then we'll see.
What I've been focused on, and like investors have been asking us all week.
Now, see, now the precedent has been set. If they announce, if it's 50, if the consensus shifts to 50 for December, you're going to see more fucking rallying, and you're going to see a higher increase for the next meeting after that. I mean, it's the stupidest cycle of idiocy that there could be. I mean, it's it's just fucking retarded. Okay. 225 is like 6 bags of groceries, including dry goods like laundry soap and toilet paper. Well, it should be more than that. Although, yeah, I mean, I spent about half that, and it was 3 bags. So, yeah, I guess that's about right. Shit. Bullshit.
Today is there anything that looks good now with prospects to 2023 that's really below where it was in 2019? Like if you kind of say it's October 19, you didn't know there was COVID, you're looking out in the future, now you compare. So we put out a list of some buy ideas, sort of 15 or so ideas that we thought might make sense, right? Whether it's PayPal, right?
I have those in front of me.
Whether it's Visa, right? Like you get the research, right? I forgot.
Well, I have it in front of me.
Well,
PayPal's
you're
got
welcome.
Yeah, buy Visa because the credit cards are doing well.
Is that why you like it?
Yeah, we just published it today saying the estimates for 2023, and maybe they're all too high, are for 75% higher earnings and 100% higher free cash flow in 2023 than in 2019, and the stock's below where it was 3 years ago. So I'm just trying to find ideas that, I'm not a believer like the train's left the station, we've hit the trough for forever and it's gone, and that was kind of where you started the conversation. But are there individual names that are starting to get maybe more and more attractive that even if the numbers are 10% too high next year, are probably pretty good businesses?
Well, do you think
that's kind of where I am.
Do you think rates have topped? I mean, because don't tell me to buy a PayPal or any other tech names if you don't think.
Fuck no, they haven't.
It's a second derivative question, not a first derivative one, right? Like, in other words, are they going to raise rates at the rate they were? Is the perception about hawkishness going to increase? Probably not. I think CPI will remain stubbornly.
So what he's saying is, it's much more deep than the way you're asking the question, right? He's saying there's a few different ways of breaking this down here. Are they going to continue raising rates? One. Or are they going to pause it? That's the other version of it. Are they going to continue sounding dovish, or continue sounding hawkish, or are they going to start sounding dovish? That's the other perception of it. If they do pause, is it going to be a pause to move to decrease, or pause to then continue raising rates again? Right. So he's like, you can't just ask that question without there being a complicated answer, which he's trying to break down right here.
You can't talk about any of this shit without mentioning the fact that nothing in the economic data, nothing in the inflation data, nothing in the CPI has suggested or hinted at or indicated any type of change. No meaningful change has been observed in the material conditions on the ground in terms of inflation, consumer prices. Why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about any of this? Well, because, the market has a bullish bias by default, and it's easier for a lot of people to make money when stocks go up, and and bear markets are uncomfortable and not fun, and people lose a lot of money. Okay, so let's just throw the baby out with the bathwater. Then let's just stop the rate increases and just get back to MMT. Okay. I mean, that's the irony. There's no data that suggests that the Fed, first of all, the Fed said that they're going to be data dependent. Okay, data dependent. That means dependent on the data. The data says this, so here's our response. The data has not changed. It has not changed. It hasn't changed. And we might see, hell, who knows? We might see the numbers go up in the next report. And if we see the numbers go up in the next report, this fucking bullshit narrative that's pushed by Wall Street, absolutely pushed by fucking Wall Street, because they make more money. They got free fucking money when rates are artificially low, and they don't want higher rates, and equities do better, and yada, 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 because they're, one-trick ponies, whatever, I don't know. But if they're data dependent and we haven't seen the data, I'll channel Phil for fucking real. Has the CPI data eased off yet? No. Then what the fuck are we talking about? What the fuck are we talking about? It's brain dead. It's a bear market rally, dead cat bounce. It's gonna go down. We haven't seen the lows, probably. It's just retarded.
In like 30 seconds.
As I've said once a week on this channel for the last 6 months, I still think that's the case just because of the owner's equivalent rent. But I like that phrase. I agree with you, Santoli, if you said that two-way conversation. I think that's a fair way of phrasing it. What I worry about holistically for the market, though, is that just when I want that price-to-earnings ratio to go and expand like crazy because the Fed gets a little more dovish, that's right when the earnings are going to be declining a little bit.
So hopefully you guys did enjoy that. Now I do want to pull up the chart really quickly for you guys as well. If we do see a little bit of a bullish run here, the levels I'll be looking for next will be around that 380 level, followed by 390 to 393. If we were to break 390 to 393, that's the second level, I'll be looking for two things here: a break over 404 and then a run to around 415, 420. Rejection from one of these two levels is fine. Rejection from two levels, I think, is going to be a lower low kind of catalyst, right? Not for sure.
I mean, look at that. It hit the Fibonacci level
up above
perfectly.
Let's say 380 and
the 50% bounced off that,
level,
bouncing around between 50 and 618.
Again below the 378 level, I would assume
not really much to see here.
Lower lows to continue. Now, of course, if we were to come back down and bounce back up to retest this 404 level, then I would be expecting to see higher highs potentially in the future. Okay, so we do have a bit of a huge test coming up here. One with earnings. Two, leading up to earnings, I can see it being a little bit bullish. Monday, Tuesday, during those days, I can see there being a little bit bullish. Tuesday after hours going into Wednesday is when I think
really
see that
to be off of the Bollinger Band
toss, if you will, which direction the market's going to go. And I look forward to finding out more about that. All right, so that's what I got for you guys right now. I just want to kind of make sure you guys have
will continue that way, probably.
Perspectives on hand. So if the market does move in either way, you guys kind of know why it might be moving in either direction and what levels to look out for. All right. If you haven't yet, guys, smash the like button, engage the video. Thank you guys very much for tuning in.
Yep, sure. We'll be sure to do that. Let's see. Takes 6 to 12 months for these rate hikes to kick into the economy. That's true. They also need to, the balance sheet reductions need to start taking effect too. Let's see where we're at on that. By the time we see it, it's almost over. Well, I mean, but based on what we're talking about in terms of gas prices and whatnot, or gas and food prices, I would say it's probably nowhere near being over. Because as far as I'm concerned, I still see everything going up. I mean, that's not what I want. That's not what I'm saying that I wish to see or expect to see. We are seeing it. We are seeing it. This one. So you can see, well, maybe we're talking about monetary base currency in circulation. And there's a few different ways things you can look at to see this, but I mean, it looks like it's sort of peaked, but why is this continuing to rise in 2022? I don't get it. Why and why did this continue rising so much in 2020? It really is bizarre. Okay, no one has felt the pain. Layoffs have not really started. Few can spot leading indicators, but everyone can see lagging indicators. Hindsight's 2020, right? By the time we see it, it's too late. I see. 439, 4 pounds of sugar today. Last week it was 389. Wow. That's crazy. Not over, but over in regards to avoiding it. I see. Yeah. By the time we start to see it in the data, it's too late to do anything about it. Or it's already entrenched, let's say. What else they got? Let's just see what else they got here. Well, of course, there's a CPI. I mean, and is it really a surprise that we've seen this? I mean, I wish I could. I guess I can. Actually overlay Shit, I forget how to do it. Add line. Here we go. What the hell it was called? Monetary currency in circulation. Here we go. And of course, got to change the scale on something here. Hmm. Let's see. I don't know which one has to be changed. Oh, well, I don't. Maybe? No. 'Cause yeah. Well, anyway, see what I was going for there anyway, but I have to look. But okay, so now I'll just do this. Since I have a new fast computer, I can do this kind of stuff. Open more tabs and it doesn't care. It's like, yeah, yeah, what do you got? Throw it at me. More tabs. Um, so let's go from just before middle of 2019 to now, middle of 2019 to now. So here's the monetary base, currency in circulation. See if that's helpful at all. Percent change. We can see it's going down a little bit, tenth of a percent. And here's CPI, Consumer Price Index. Let's put it at in percent change. Okay. So let's see. We see spikes in there. Well, of course, this is to be expected because demand collapsed. But otherwise, April, this whole area here, and of course, this year. And again, why was there such an increase? Why was there a 1% increase in currency in circulation in March, of this year? And that's when we start to see, again, that's when we start to see this inflation, CPI start to tick up again. Inflation is a monetary phenomenon. It is caused by the supply of money. That's it. And looking at data like this, I think you can see the correlation. Okay. Let's see. If you watch Teddy's new video, he just put out, you can see he's lying. It's written all over his face. It's crazy how they lie to their followers. Okay, that'll be the last video that we will watch. Case of water. Model 3 dude back in the chat. Welcome back. Back in black. Okay. Let's go to Teddy Zane and we'll do this one and then we'll close the video down. But before we do that, let's go check the futures. And before I do that, let's say, I don't know, Double in Paradise. Maybe. Maybe. So that rally and well, I mean it was a 40-cent rally, but I mean still crude oil's coming back. So interesting. We'll have to see where this goes tomorrow. We'll check it again before we sign off here after this video. Oh, GTII, time to load the boat. I see that. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. At least it's only 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Does he still do those crazy loud intros? I better turn it down just in case.
It's unfolding right in front of me. Last week, it had another 100% run. So it went from like $2 to $4, $4.20. I see the community's building. So yeah, finally it's got my attention and I'm ready to rock on this because I see a lot more upside.
Now he's talking about GTII. Let's go over to the chart. Here it is. Oh, by the way, gold's up and silver's up 0.25%. Gold's up a little less than that. Crypto is crypto. And those well, anyway, let's go back to GTII. Get sidetracked here. So this is it. And going a little closer, 4 hours maybe. Okay. Looks like a piece of shit, pretty much. Volume. Volume is sharply down from like what when the craze started, you know, it was close to 10 million, you know, at least above 5 million. Now it's down to 2, a couple higher volume days, but I mean, this is, of course, they have it on daily. They have a technical buy. That's ridiculous. Okay, and they've never made any money. They don't even have revenue, as far as I know. Manny's back. Manuel's back. Okay, everybody's back. So just in time for Teddy Zane.
I see more upside to this because it's OTC and there's less fuckery, but a lot of people are.
How in the fuck can they say that? It's OTC, so there's less fuckery. Okay. But these are the same people that think off-exchange trading on the national market system stocks is fuckery. I mean, explain that one to me, Teddy. You think that OTC is less fuckery, but you don't like off-exchange regular, you know, listed stocks. Give me a fucking break.
You know, you talk about it, but you also diss the OTC. So make up your mind. What's going on here? Because GTII is on the OTC market, and you can purchase it through Moomoo. I'm not sponsored by Moomoo. I turn that whole thing down. So yeah, you don't have to worry about me ringing your ear for 20 minutes with Moomoo this and Moomoo that and all that bullshit. Because they fall below the threshold that they have to maintain a certain amount of money for that ticker and all tickers on the OTC. And if they fall below, guess what? They hold your money until they regain a certain amount of capital and they let your cash loose. So RNVA has already done that several times. They've locked people out of their money. GTII hasn't done that yet. GTII just continues to grow. There's so much more upside. It just keeps pushing higher and higher. So that's why it's got my attention. For one, I see the community is building. I want to become a part of the community now. I see a lot of people from AMC are moving over into GTII.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I have this right? RNVA? Yeah, that's it. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the? Okay. I can only take so much retardation.
Honestly, the AMC fuckery you don't really have with GTII. You don't have all that fuckery with the OTC. You do have the one big elephant in the room to where, yeah, they could just fucking lock your shares down and hold your money forever. But I just don't see that happening with GTII.
Yes, he said that, Lynn. He said that.
RNVA. There's too many people hopping on board this GTII.
I mean, that's ridiculous. There's too many people. I mean, that I don't know which logical fallacy or just plain stupidity maybe that is, but there's too many people. Yeah, fucking Frankie Mohammed said the same goddamn thing, and it's retarded then, retarded now.
Your money for NVA. But I just don't see that happening with GTII. I always see it happening with RNVA. There's too many people hopping on board this GTII train, and I feel a little safer. I don't see that happening. Therefore, I'm going to go ahead and put my money on the damn thing.
He looks like
a lot of
he's
people
lying.
are talking $100. It's at $4 right now. It's got so much upside. Listen, had this have been like 2 years ago, GTII would probably be sitting at $30 or $40 right now, okay? It's taking a little longer for people to be convinced. It's taking a little longer for somebody to say, okay, I trust it. I trust it. Whereas a couple of years ago, you just trusted anything. You just threw your money on AMC or anything, man, because you're like, okay, look, the whole community's getting behind this, so I'm going to hop on with these people. It's the same mentality, but people are treading a little lighter. Now,
that is the worst possible way to make decisions about this stuff. I'm sorry. That is absolute garbage. Oh, everybody in the community is doing it, so let me jump in too. That's ridiculous. I mean, I can't believe that somebody who claims to be so financially successful would say that. What a joke. No. Lou pumped out RNVA and it took everybody's money. Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I don't even know how to say this. I don't even know how to say that. It's what? Let's figure it out. This price. That's 1/1 millionth of a penny. Is that right? 1/1,000,000th of a cent. 6 decimal places. I think so. Right? 10th, 100th, 1,000th, 10,000th, 100,000, million. It is 1/1,000,000th of a penny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Somebody check me on that. But I shit. Oh my God.
not only are they treading lighter as far as putting their feet in the deep end, they're not putting as much money in. So it's like, okay, dip your toes in. Let's go slow here. That's why it's taking so long for GTII to really blow up. Hey, man, thankfully it is, though, because now it gives me an opportunity and other people an opportunity to hop in while it's still at a cheap enough level.
1/1,000,000th of a dollar or of a cent?
Worry about
I'm not
losing too
sure.
much money if it goes south.
All I know is it's worthless. That's fucking worthless.
I'm gonna start doing my own videos. I like the fact that yes, this absolutely has $100 potential. The upside is fucking phenomenal, and I see
this community thing bullshit.
Way faster than something like AMC. Don't hate me for that, but shit, man, if you're in AMC and you're in GTII, the chances.
It's about the only thing more absurd than any of this is saying that right there. But I mean,
GTII fucking blowing up to $100 way quicker than AMC. Okay, especially now that there's all this fucking dilution coming into Ape, even heavier, which is going to push AMC even further back down the fucking loop. So that's just my take, guys. Moo Monday, I start buying GTII, so I'm in. I'll start doing videos, man, and pumping it for everybody. Once I start, investing in a ticker,
pumping it for everybody. He's going to start doing videos, pumping it for everybody. Okay. Well, Teddy's not saying he's going to hop in. He's just saying the whole community hops in or should hop in. And he just said he was going to pump it for everybody. Someone told him to pump it. Kind of seems like it, because what about this chart gives you so much confidence? This right here? This? That? I don't think so. I don't know, but I don't. Why? Like, I don't. It's like they're literally allergic to actually either buying profitable, decent companies for the long haul, or making like good short-term trades. They have to go into this bullshit, or even worse, this bullshit. I don't know. I 5 zeros. Well, I guess it's the same. I did think that said GME Finance at first there, but no. Unvaxxed sperm price. Unvaxxed sperm. Ugh. What? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, is this over yet? Are we there yet?
Because I believe in the ticker. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard for me to do a video if I'm not invested in it and my heart's not in it. It's like I'm faking it.
Not to mention Manny's demand, or yeah, Manny's demand. You're Manny's demand now again. You need to come in with big capital quickly, and you also need to not rely on putting it out to the world, like on social media, which we know. See you, Lynn. See you, Lynn. Thanks for being here. You know that there are shills or algorithms, going through all this stuff, figuring out what the sentiment is, what people are talking about. So, you say you're going to squeeze the shorts while announcing it, to your 18,000 subscribers and putting it on Twitter, and other people are talking about it. I just don't think so. I don't think so. Like, that's antithetical. So it goes against what they're trying to do. Supposedly.
So once I'm in it, I'll
It's
start
pump and dumps. Nothing more, nothing
I'm
less.
100% in the fucking play. I'm right there with everybody, and I'm not faking it. So, all right, there it is.
He's never said. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did, but like that, when people have to say over and over that they're not faking it, like Al swearing up and down on his fucking grandmother's grave that he's not a shill or works for the hedge funds, like if it just makes it less credible. Sorry.
Monday, I'm betting the SPY. Monday, betting the SPY. Cannot fucking wait, man. It's been a long weekend. Got some money to make up. Y'all have an awesome fucking Sunday.
In the SPY, what does that mean? He's bullish?
Monday night.
Oh boy.
We'll see you tomorrow, Monday night.
I hope he is.
Raw, Teddy Zane. Doge Warrior out, baby. Shaboom. Peace.
All right. So this shit's all over the place. Who knows? Nobody knows, but probably rug pull incoming. All right. Let's see. That's about all I got here. For the Sunday night deal. Let's see if there's anything new and dumb on here. Wait, I know the answer to that. Are theaters done? Hell no. Well, nobody's saying they are. They're just saying that, they're not worth $2 million a share. Fucking ridiculous. Not a lot on here. Not a lot. Not a lot. Yeah. Not much. Anything new here? Not really. Marantz is live. Got everybody go over and watch Marantz rants. Here's the link. I'll even give you the link. I see exactly what you're talking about. Exactly what you're talking about. All right. All right. We'll end on this way.
So what's up, my AMC family? You want to know why I'm looking?
Wait, is he going to his job as a waiter? I don't know. I don't know.
Like a freaking penguin tonight? A penguin? Because I'm working my ass off so I can buy more AMC. Let's talk about that.
He's got 6 figures, though.
Where the shortcomings of
He is working as a waiter, server. I did this.
Carla, legally, you Okie dokie. So, you might be asking, why am I showing you that? I worked a wedding last night. I am a part of the Quick app, which is an app for the hospitality industry. You got to get it. If you want to make extra money and do side gigs, it's a great hustle. Commissions didn't come in yesterday. They're coming in next week, so no problem. So I wanted a couple extra dollars anyway to invest in crypto and put some more money into AMC stock.
Oh, yay.
So that's just what I'm doing. I'm not
2 great investments right there.
I showed you that because I found on the Quick app a nice $200 plus job where I just had to go down a couple cities down, work from it was a 10-hour shift. We worked a wedding. It was beautiful. As you can see, people were having a blast. And I wasn't doing anything anyway. So I picked up over $200 cash money deposited 30 minutes later into my bank account from Quick. I'll leave a link in the description below for Side Hustles Quick. Check it out. But if you want extra cash to throw money into investments, you know, you get your paycheck every week.
Just extra cash to pay bills and whatnot. I mean, honestly, this is a good idea. I've never heard of this app. I don't really have the time or need for this right now, but that's cool. I mean, it is interesting. But yeah, what does this comment say? AMC will get to a fundamental price. It will make runs, but it will be controlled. You honestly believe they will let AMC run to squeeze numbers? Not happening. What will all of you AMC YouTubers say in a year, 5 years from now, when there is no squeeze? The same thing. Staying positive doesn't increase a stock price, just like playing the lottery.
Extra gig on the weekends. If you're not doing anything, what's up? You got to hustle, baby. You know, we're not rich. I mean, maybe some of you on my channel got a lot of money, a lot of scuttle. You know, you got some money in the bank. You're well off, and God bless you for that. I wish you nothing but more success and beautifulness in your future.
Beautifulness.
Drop me a little Cash App coffee or something if you want. Buy me a Starbucks. That link's down there too.
Starbucks.
If you got it like that. But
why?
If not, you know, you're just an average guy like me trying to make it happen. I do very well financially with my current sales position.
That's doo-doo.
You know, extra money is extra money. You know, I do well with my money, but extra money is extra money. So I wasn't
extra
doing
money
anything. I said,
is
why
extra
not?
money.
I'll pull this shift off. I met some cool people, made some connections. You know what I mean? They even asked me to, hey, if you don't want to work the Quick app, come work for us. You know, anytime you want to work. So it's a good thing.
I mean, check it out. Yeah, sure.
Happens to be in like Miami, South Florida. They're in Chicago, LA, San Diego. They're in all the major cities. And if you're in like a Miami market right now, it's starting to pick up. So use my link.
He's in Miami.
You'll get
He's in Miami.
Additionally,
Manuel Fernandez. He's in Miami. You should hook up with him.
add it to your first Quick.
Get together and compare AMC
So if you're
notes.
making $100 or $200, you'll make $300. $100 goes to you. It's a beautiful thing.
Couldn't tell if he was there or if he was in California. I knew it was one of those.
But I suggest it strongly because now I'm going to be putting $100 into AMC on Monday, and I'm going to be putting $100 into either
almost get 200 shares.
XRP. I'm going to get it off of Qcoin. Best place to get it. Links in the description. But either Qcoin or I'm sorry, either XRP or Shiba Inu. I might go either way. I don't know.
Oh, Shiba. XRP or Shiba. Oh, that's a hard choice. What?
Really, I do. And I'm gonna do
oh
a
my
video
goodness.
on
this guy's
I did a
hilarious.
video on XRP. I'm also going to be doing another one on Shiba Inu, and some of the things that
Shiba
I've heard,
Inu.
when I was in San Diego, I met some programmers that are very juiced into the metaverse community. Shiba's going places. So, and right now,
sounds like inside information.
The price is like
that's what we need.
It's going to go up. All these cryptos, in my opinion,
trust me, bro.
I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but in my opinion,
all right,
we're in a very bearish market, and these cryptos have nowhere to go but up. When you're dealing with a micro like Shiba Inu, where you can buy
a micro, how many zeros does that have?
If it just drops a couple zeros, you're making money. You know
exactly. Well, that's
for me.
If it just drops a couple zeros.
XRP,
right?
Its all-time high back in what 2018, 19, something like that, was $3.70
Shit.
It's at 49 cents today. When this court battle gets done, that baby's going back up.
Only four zeros.
So I'm going to share this stuff with you. If you like this type of content, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel.
Trust me, bro.
Make sure
all right, Manny.
On. But let me know what you think in the comment section below.
Have a good night.
About side hustle.
Oh,
about AMC
don't leave yet, Model 3 dude.
Crypto. Just talk to me. I
talk to me.
Most, if not all, the comments.
Oh, speaking of talk to me.
Love you, mean it. Have a great day.
We're gonna have. There it is. We're gonna have a discussion night on here sometime soon. So everybody, you know, get ready to talk. Get ready to talk. And that's all we get. That's all we get of it, in order to keep the copyright gods happy. Chris, good to see you, my friend. Everyone, have a good night. We will see you probably maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. But well, I'll tell you, probably tomorrow because tomorrow will probably be a fun day in the market. So there'll probably be something to talk about anyway. So we'll see you then. Have a good one. Good night. Enjoy your Sunday. Take care.